Hi, Internet. My name is Rachel, and I'm a junkie. A Ron Paul junkie. It started right after the debates in South Carolina, the second debates on May 15th. Ron Paul just inspired me so much, and he said so many of the things that I've been wanting to hear from a politician for so long, and there he was on the stage saying them blatantly, and I don't know, ever since then I'm just totally hooked. It's like a drug. I can't stop searching the internet for Ron Paul news and posts and discussion and activities and things, and it's getting to be really bad. I mean, I haven't been able to watch the television for days because they're just frankly not discussing him on the mainstream media, so yeah, the internet is where it gotta be. I've even been calling into radio shows and telling them about Ron Paul and telling coworkers, and I even called in a radio show today, and after I talked about Ron Paul, I listened afterwards, and the host got so many calls about Ron Paul, he finally had to say, "No more calls about Ron Paul, please." Wow, what is this world coming to, where like candidate that gets people fired up and excited and gets a whole army behind him, and nobody in the mainstream media wants to talk about him. So, I mean, what are people like me supposed to do? They say we're just internet freaks, but, we're just freaks. We're freaks about this man Ron Paul. We're freaks about the Constitution and our rights and not paying 56% of our incomes in taxes in one form or another. And we're freaks about the American way of life and the American policy, which is, this country was founded on free trade with all and entangling alliances with none. And I don't know. I just think me and a lot of other people out there are just crazy about that kind of way of life, and Ron Paul makes me kind of proud to be an American again and gives me kind of hope that we're not headed to hell in a handbasket. I haven't felt that way in a long time. Maybe that's why I'm so excited. I think that's it. And people like Rush Limbaugh say, well, was it Rush? I think it was Hannity that said that it was all these crazy liberals that were texting in to skew the vote on Fox News, and that's why Ron Paul was winning, because that's the only explanation that makes sense to him, because after all, he didn't tell us to vote for Ron Paul, so there must be somebody else voting for Ron Paul, because, his little army of lockstep, rank and file Republican base wouldn't do anything that he didn't tell them to, and Rush Limbaugh said that he alone has the power to anoint the nominee for the Republican Party, and, he never endorsed Ron Paul, so there must be some other explanation other than he's just inspiring people. Because Americans, we're apathetic. We don't care about our country. We're stupid and we don't pay attention. Right. Maybe it's not as simple as that. Maybe a lot of things are not as simple as that. Maybe it's not as simple as they kill us because they're evil and we kill them because we're good. Maybe a lot of people just aren't buying that anymore. You know what I have to say to Mr. Limbaugh and Mr. Hannity and Mr. O'Reilly and all of those people that think that they're going to tell the Republican base what to do? Well, what's the opposite of a base? It's an acid. Maybe we're the Republican acid. You know what I have to say to you? This is our country, and we're taking it back.